from. But the pains just got stronger and stronger, and I felt a real urge to push hard, really hard. So I stood up and I began to push. I pushed like 2 or 3 times. I just remember looking down and seeing a baby's head. I couldn't believe it. It just didn't even feel real.
Alone in her parents' house, 20-year-old Monique is shocked to realize that she's delivering a baby without even knowing she was pregnant.
I was freaking out. I had been on the pill. I took a pregnancy test and it said it was negative. It really just felt like a dream to me. I had no idea what to do. But something took over and it just seemed like an instinct was telling me to push like harder than I've ever pushed. I pushed one more time. I just grabbed my baby's head and the body followed right after. I just remember looking at my baby just like in awe, amazed that I had just had a baby. And I laid the baby down on the floor on a towel. It was good to hear her cry because I knew that the baby was alive and breathing. But I was confused and shocked with me and her still being connected and looking at her and thinking, well, now what? And now what am I gonna do? I just knew that I needed to cut the umbilical cord somehow. I just remember looking for scissors. I didn't see anything. Something told me just to rip it with my nails. It was really hard to rip. It was like really strong.
Severing the umbilical cord prior to clamping the umbilical cord is not advised, and it's dangerous because this can result in the baby losing a lot of blood.
Still in shock, Monique begins cleaning the bathroom.
I remember cleaning up blood and the placenta. I didn't really feel like I was thinking or anything. It just was like happening so fast, and I didn't call 911 because I felt okay. And I knew that I needed to get my baby to the hospital as soon as I could. I thought that, you know, what, it's just as fast for me to drive out there as it would be for an ambulance to come here. So I figured the best thing to do was just to drive myself, me and the baby, to the hospital.
Driving right after having a baby is extremely dangerous. There can be a number of complications of the mother's health that can occur, especially heavy bleeding. Because of this, she should call 911 so that an ambulance can take her from her home to the hospital.
I just remember being scared, and I knew I needed to drive careful to get us there safely. I steered with one hand and held to my baby in the other. I just remember like praying to God and asking that we're gonna get there safely and that everything's gonna be okay.
5 minutes later, Monique pulls into the emergency room entrance.
Walked in and the nurse comes around the corner and she's like, well, what's wrong with you?
I just had a baby.
Okay, it's okay. Doctor?
The doctor came and he was like, oh, a little girl.